Did anyone act up to the point where you saw the guards in San Quentin shoot them?
Well, you could be shot very easily. If you started knifing somebody on the yard, you were just shot down.
How many times did you see that?
The Mini 14s, I saw them shoot, but everybody knew what the guards would do, so people didn't fight on them. In fact, to be honest, in contrast to your story, there were no fistfights hardly in San Quentin because the only people who had fistfights were cellmates, your cellie. No one else fist fought. Any confrontation that turned into a confrontation, somebody got knifed or piped or thrown off the tier or so that your story sounded a lot like county jail to me,
Yeah.
where the tough guys sort of come over and just beat up some kid and take his stuff. And in San Quentin, that doesn't happen or didn't happen then because if you're black and you go and take some white guy's stuff, all he has to do is appeal to the AB and someone's going to come and cut your throat.
Yeah.
Or the AB will push him to make the hit. So there's a lot of pressure like that. Now, to give you an example, after that attack I had with the Black Gorilla family guys tried to get me, they did an investigation and I was sent to North Block segregation. And I was in there for weeks and weeks and weeks. But I don't have any tattoos. I don't belong to any gangs. And so pretty soon I was released. Well, the guards came to me. The female administrator came and wanted me to sign into protection to go into PC. She said, "You really want to go into PC?" And I said, "No, I really don't." And she said, "No, you really do, because, the BGF tried to do a hit on you. Maybe they're going to try to do a hit on you tomorrow, too, to finish the job." And I said, "No, I really don't." And so they said, "Well, they even called my mother and got her to come and try and plead with me to go into PC, but I didn't want it. I didn't want to, because, of course, well, you should know, you get marked with that brush and you're done.
Yeah. Most of my craziest stories were in the Maricopa County Jail, where I was housed for 26 months. And the jail, it's unsentenced, so people just coming in and out, and it's completely transitory. So then you've got all this violence going on, but you're talking about after now, you're sentenced, you're in the prison system, and everybody knows everybody in the prison system. They're more settled, so there's not that chaos. But going back to something you just touched on there, how did you get along with your cellmates?
Well, I mean, fortunately, in Vacaville, they don't give you a cellmate because they don't want predatory behavior going on right at the beginning in the diagnostic period. In the Sierra Conservation Center, it was dorm system. There was no celling. In San Quentin, it was usually double cell, but sometimes you could get away with single cell. I mean, I chased off a guy from North Block who they just dumped in my cell. I just told him, "No, you're not coming in here." And he looked at me and said, "I'm from North Block." I said, "I don't give a fuck where you're from. You're not coming in here." And because I was trying to keep the cell open for my friend, a friend of mine, who was coming from Folsom, and I wanted the cell to be open because if it was open, then he could move into my cell without any drama. But if this guy was there, it wouldn't work. So,
So if you told him he couldn't come in your cell, did that then create a problem with the guards? Did they come to you and say,
well,
why
no,
the fuck aren't you letting him in your cell?
no, because he's not going to dry snitch like that.
Okay.
There's direct snitching where you, for example, just say he did this and the guards read it in the book. But there's dry snitching too. Now, to dry snitch somebody, for example, this fella here is punching him in the head. I'm a policeman. Now, if you look at me and then look at them, even though you don't say anything, that's dry snitching somebody.
Yeah, but if you can't get in your cell, he's going to go back to the guards and say, "I need a new cell," and they're going to say, "We just told you to go in cell D7.
Yeah.
Go back to D7. That's your
Oh, he'll
cell."
just say, "I really need to go to another cell."
I see. Gotcha. Yeah,
And
yeah.
they understand that.
Okay. So there was more leeway back then.
Yeah.
So it sounds
It
like.
wasn't, I mean, I've seen pictures of San Quentin now in the gym we used to work out in. Now it looks like it's got 500 people in, bunk beds, right? So,
Did you end up getting your friend in your cell?
yeah, I did.
So that succeeded.
Yeah. And because, you know, maybe where you were, the guards made those kind of designations. But in San Quentin, if two guys wanted to go to the same cell, they just gave some cigarettes to the inmate block clerk, and he would just get the guard to he'd just have him paper to sign, and the guard was signing all kinds of documents every day, and he just signed that one too. It was sort of like, you know, like one of these comedies you see, Dad's Army or something.
Yeah, we had the Italian mafia guy who was running our building for a little bit in the jail, and he completely corrupted the guards. And at night, we were all locked down. He's outside smoking with the guards, giving them orders, and we could just go to him and like say, "We want this guy to be our cellmate." The next day, the guards would just bring you a new cellmate. He totally. I've never seen anything like it. I thought, you see these movies like what is it, Sopranos or Goodfellas and stuff like that, where they're all cooking up the stuff in the prison and the corrupting things. But I thought that was just fiction. And then I actually saw it with my own eyes in the county
Oh no,
jail.
well, I mean
Yeah,
the Italian mafia, they've got serious. I mean, everybody's heard of them. The guards have heard of them.
yeah,
And if you think of it from the other side, if you've got reach into the community, what's a guard want to do antagonizing you? I mean, really, what does a guard? Why would he want to do that?
yeah,
Just do your job and open the doors, shut the doors, take him to chow, bring him back. But to individually antagonize prisoners,
yeah.
there's no sense to it.